All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and in sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Aleph from the Great Millstone Houston Camp, and this is going to be a lesson entitled The Sunken Place versus the Secret Place. And the thought of this lesson came to me from watching one of the heads, or the head of the camp, one of his videos, entitled that he would not leave us comfortless. Right, something like that, roughly paraphrasing the title. And he mentioned the sunken place, right? And he also mentioned the secret place. And I just wanted to, just touch on that, right? Because where does the term sunken place come from? If you remember, it was a movie called Get Out, right? You can Google it. I've not watched it, but in the movie, basically, it was a guy. He basically got hypnotized by this Edomite woman, and when he got hypnotized, she basically told him, because he said he couldn't move. He couldn't move because she did the little hypnosis thing on him. And she told him, sink into the floor. And he sunk into the floor, and it brought him into a whole world of darkness. And that's the sunken place, right? These people in the world are in darkness, right? Mainly the Israelites. They are in darkness, and the darkness represents that wine, those lies of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? And that secret place would be the scriptures, this truth, this knowledge, and this understanding. And that's what I'm going to go into this lesson. So without further ado, this is Isaiah 29:9. It says, "Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink." Right? So someone who is drunk and staggering, right? That happens with physical wine, right? But it says that it's not with physical wine. Because when you get drunk, you start tripping, right? But this wine here represents basically philosophy and different doctrines. This is what these people are drunk off of, right? Like I said, mainly this is focused on the Israelites, right? Because they are the people that matters to the Most High. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they are drunk and they are staggering from religion to religion, doctrine to doctrine, philosophy to philosophy, right? Drunk as fuck. It says, "For Yahweh had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and had closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, had he covered." So the Most High had put the spirit of a deep sleep upon our people, right? They are in darkness because they don't have this truth. They can't understand these things that are written within the scriptures. That's that deep sleep. They're not sleeping as an actual physical sleep, but in the mind. They're asleep mentally. Their eyes are not open right, unto the understanding of what's going on, unto the understanding of the truth. This is 1 Thessalonians 2, 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So these people, the Most High sent a strong delusion upon these people that they believing in these false doctrines, these false gods, these idols, these different philosophies. The Most High put it in their spirits to go after these things and wholeheartedly believe in something that's not real. Right? Basically fucking hypnotized. But the Most High, ultimately he did it. But who did he use to do it? 2 Corinthians 4:3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world, right, is God, lowercase. So who is the God of this world? Who is in rulership on the planet Earth? What race, right, would you say that's running and controlling everything? The so-called white man. So Esau, Edom, right, the so-called white man, he is the God of this world. Right, he was set up to be in rulership. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It says, in whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. So Esau blinded the minds of these Israelites, right? He is the one who hypnotized these people. The Most High, yes, the Most High used him. Right, ultimately it was the Most High, but the Most High used Esau to do these things, to put these different lies out there, to put, these different philosophies. Right, Esau came up with these bullshit, right, and he put it out there to keep our people asleep, to keep them from the truth. It says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Right, so the Most High ultimately did this thing to keep them from the truth. Right, so they remain in the sunken place. We were all in the sunken place at one point, but we were brought up out of that. This is Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. Right, the light represents this truth, Yahushua. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Right, everybody is in darkness, right? Nobody knows a damn thing. The whole earth is out of course. But mainly our people, right? Because they're worshiping something that is false. They don't know that they are the chosen people of the Bible, the Israelites. It says, but Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So the Most High took us out of that sunken place, out of that darkness, that world of darkness that's full of lies, so that we can understand this truth, right? Out of that world of darkness, he gave us the light to see through all the BS. This is Ephesians 5:14. And says, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. Right? And like I said earlier, it's not talking about awaking out of a physical sleep. It's not talking about tapping somebody on the shoulder and waking them up. It's just talking about mentally, spiritually. Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead. Right? Because you're dead spiritually in the mind. This is Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So if you are in that sunken place, right, if you're in that world of darkness, you don't have the truth, because you are engrafted in lies. You're surrounded by lies that you believe in. So you're out of the way of understanding. So basically, you're dead. Right? We were all dead. Right, but through this knowledge, through Yahushua, right, we have been given this light. We rose from the dead, just as he rose from the dead. He said, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh shall give thee light, which is this truth. So we have received this understanding through the Most High. And other people were blinded by the Most High. Right? The Most High handpicked certain individuals to come up out of that darkness. Right? Out of that darkness into the secret place, which is mentioned in Psalms 91. Psalm 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What is that secret place? The secret place, like I said earlier, is this truth, this wisdom, and this knowledge, and this understanding. Right? This gospel. This is the secret place. Why is it called the secret place? Because this thing is not revealed unto everybody. Everybody can't come and break these scriptures down. Everybody don't have the light and the understanding and their eyes open to see what these scriptures are talking about. So this is that secret place. This is Matthew 13:9. Who had ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Right, so Yahweh said it's given unto us to know these mysteries. All right, the hopeful elect. A mystery is not known by everybody. That's why it's called a mystery. All right, but he said only certain were going to be able to understand these mysteries. That's that secret place. That's this truth. Everybody was not going to be able to understand this thing. It's only going to be given to certain individuals. Right? Just like it says, Amos 3:7. Amos 3. Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right? So now we have risen from the dead. We have came out of that sunken place. The Most High then took us up out of that world of darkness and revealed unto us his secrets. He revealed unto us his name, his son's name, our language, our heritage. Right? He gave us the end game of what's going to happen, that we are about to rule next. Right? That we are the chosen people. That's that light. Right? And when you think about the sunken place, when you sink, that is a downward motion. Right? But we ain't sinking no more, like the scriptures say. Man, hey, we standing on our feet. Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. Right? The spirit of life, which is the Holy Spirit, which is that breath. Which is this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and this understanding from the Most High. Right? 3 days and a half. That 350 years when we came over here in slavery, 1619, right? All the way into 1969, 1970, when Israel just really started waking up, But it says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So the Most High brought us up out of that sunken place, and now we are standing on our feet. Right? We are no longer dead bodies. Right? We no longer lack the understanding of the scriptures. We no longer have our eyes closed. The Most High has opened up everything unto us. All right, through his son, through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai. So you have certain Israelites that are in that sunken place, and you have certain that are in the secret place, which the ones in the sunken place are going to be the 2/3, right? The ones that don't come up out of that, right? Because the Most High still has people that he's going to wake up, right? But the ones who is in that secret place and endure to the end and keep this knowledge, right, unto the end, that's the elect, right? So the sunken place is for the 2/3, which will lead unto destruction, and the secret place is for the elect of the Most High, which will lead unto salvation and to everlasting life. And that's the lesson. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akyam and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and in sincerity. Shalom.